This conference will now be recorded.
Yeah, so today we'll see the example of SL Linux, what we have left there for yesterday class. So I'm trying to run what SL Linux command we have run for modifying the file context permission for w for /opt/www. So let me check history. I don't have that command. It seems maybe sometime it
Font
happens
size
that.
was very small.
Pardon?
Sir, font was very small, sir. It's not visible.
Oh, font is very small. Okay,
Yes,
thanks for letting me know. Let me increase it. Is it okay now?
yes, sir.
Okay, thanks. No, it's not in the history. Sometimes what happens is like when session turned off unexpectedly, it doesn't save the run command in the history. So that is the reason I'm not able to find out that command in history. So okay, no problem. So we know that from var www and html. This is the folder which is accessible by default from HTTPD services when we access this directory. So how to see that whether it's accessible or not? ALZ. Z is the one which gives us the context of this file, context permission with SL Linux of this file. You can see that system U object or HTTPS content. So HTTPD is content. Matlab, I mean HTTPD is the one who is going to own this file. So here dot means the same folder, dot means the previous folder, and this is index1 index.html1. So all files are owned by HTTPD. So let me go back. Let me see where. You can see that system object var, system object root is going to ADM, var is going to var underscore t. It has been context for kdump is the one who is going to access this crash. So similarly, everybody is having all the things, their own context to manage the files. So similarly, some service is coming, and if it's turning on, and if it's from remote, suppose HTTPD is coming from remote. I mean, sorry, not coming from remote. Is there any request in HTTPD which is coming from remote and trying to modify or trying to access some other files which SL Linux will not give permission? So we have set the same permission, similar permission for our var OPT www also. We can see that here. Sorry, not this one. ls -al not x. This is okay. Dot means previous folder, so OPT is going to be managed by var underscore t. Context has been set. HTTP says script exec and HTTP says content underscore t, which has been managed by HTTPD and for HTML. So the HTML is managed by this. So we have set, and if it is not set, then we will not be able to access this website, whatever content is there in HTML. So sometime You may face an issue that, sir, I have done all the modification and everything is running and working. HTTPD services is also running, but still I'm not able to access the file. So for that, you need to give the permission through SLNX to that particular folder, so that so that HTTPD will have access to that file. And how to give that access, I've explained in the previous class. What is the effect of it? We can see that. We can see the content. Okay. Yeah, we can see the content. What is the index.html? In index.html, I have written a content from opt www hi world. This is what the content I have written. So whenever I will try to access this IP, it will give me the content whatever we have seen here. So let me go and access 192.168.56.11. HTTP service was not running, so I have run it through systemctl, and now you can see that it's giving me that file which we have modified, opt from opt/www hi world. So the motive of this exercise is change the directory from where suppose somebody is hosting a website, so how you can change the directory from where www.html to opt.www or any xyz website, for any xyz folder, wherever you wanted to change, wherever you wanted to host. There is one thing which I haven't told you guys yet, is you need to modify the config file as well to tell HTTPD that, hey, this is my root directory. You need to access this website from here. Okay. I will show you the content opt www html, sorry, index.html. The content of this file is this one from opt www hi world. Now I will show you the content of this file, hi world only. The content of this file is hi world. But now in configuration, I have pointed out to for a root is this one. Whenever HTTPD is going to access or request for this index.html website, for that the root is opt.www. Sorry, yeah, opt.www. If I want to access this file index.html where I have just written hi world, then I need to modify var www.html. So let me do that. In this file, I am required to place, I am required to modify at two places only. Yeah, this is the one. Where www.html. Yeah. After that, I need to restart the service. and I'll go to this website and I will refresh this page. It should show me only hi world because I have changed the directory to point to another website. You can see that the change. So this is how you can change the direction of pointing to the of a root directory of Apache or HTTPD. Suppose if you hit with some errors in conf file, let's say this here itself, I have given some wrong information. Let's see, and I saved it, and I'm trying to restart that file, restart that service. Let's see what it says, whether it's restarting or not. Look, job for HTTPD service failed because of control process executed with error. See system CTL and journal CTL-exe for details. So system CTL status I can check. Here we can see again that it is failed, it's not running, and the log message just says that starting Apache server and document root. This is syntax error on line 119 of this file, httpd.conf file. What is the error it's showing? This is the error it's showing. This is one place to look at the log. I'll show you another place how you can look at the log. Tail space -f space / log / messages. This is another place where you can look at the log. So what is the meaning of -f here? -f is an argument which keeps on, as soon as this file is getting updated, it keeps on reading, and from the buffer it fetches the log and it will show us here. So I'll turn this into half, and in half of the window I'll open this. So let me restart it, and you can see here in this window it will once again float the information. You can, so as soon as I have restarted, it throws a log here, and I was logging it through tailf command, and it has given me again the same output. So in this I can see that HTTP service failed. This is a syntax error on line 119 etc httpd conf httpd.conf file, and this is the error. It's not a directory or it's not readable. So what I will do, I will exit from here. I will go to that file, and I'll go to 119 line, and I will correct it. And then I will try to restart. Let me log this message again and see if it's restarting or not. Now we have got only 3 logs. HTTP could not reliably determine the server's fully qualified domain. Set the server name directory globally. Just started the Apache HTTP server. This message is for our server. Actually, it's a server. Whatever we are running, it's a server. And for server, there has to be a fully qualified domain name. Domain name is like something, say that xyz.com. Something like that, it is supposed to be there. So it's not there, it's still localhost, that's why it's complaining to us. But we need not to worry about it right now, because we are not going to host any website. Whenever you are going to host a website, you might need to do some more modification. So this is all about SLNX. This is only one services I have told you. If you require to add some more file context with respect to some other services, other running services, then you need to follow the same procedure, which I have showed you some time back. So let me tell you about the Anaconda rescue methods, how you can utilize it. I am going to share one link to everyone. And I'm also going to open the same thing. It's visible to everybody, correct? So rescue mode Anaconda, it means like whenever we uh, whenever we plug in our DVD and whatever the interface it opens, it's named as Anaconda actually. So that's an installation program and which gives us several features I can say to install into the operating system, to install the operating system into the disk and in some other way we can get into the rescue mode and we can recover our system. So several other features are also there. So what we are going to look about is like how to troubleshoot and which are all cases we are going to troubleshoot our uh, our operating system. So suppose I have explained some time back that what is called grub and what is the use of this. And I've explained that also that suppose if grub.cfg file that itself is missing and hence you will not be able to boot that system at all. So how to recover such situation? Or suppose another situation I can give that user has deleted some of the files by mistake or he has changed some of the permission of those files by mistake. But you will not be able to know actually which are all files he has changed. So I'm not sure that you can do this or not by rescue method. But yes, some issues like if your file system is flooded with the data or somebody has copied all the data and your root file system and your home directory, it's all full. And whenever you are going to boot your system, it will not let you boot your system. So in that case, what you need to do, you need to go to the rescue mode or you need to go to single user mode and then from there you need to mount your device wherever you are flooded with the data, and then delete that file and then once again reboot it. So that is one method. That is some of the issues I can say to you may encounter during your work. Somebody asked a question. Nitesh Kumar, what process so can access the website without stopping the firewall? Without stopping the firewall. I didn't understand your question. Can you ask again?
Sir, hello. When I hosting the website, sir, it's not open, sir. It's required to firewall stop. So how to without stop the firewall access the
You
website,
can.
sir? Hosting. Sir.
You don't need to stop the firewall. You need to add the rule in firewall and reload the firewall. That's it.
Okay.
Okay. You need not to stop the firewall.
Okay, sir. I understand.
So here I'm coming back. So suppose you have your system, and in that grub.cfg file, I'm just giving one example, grub.cfg file is lost. So in that case, what will happen is you will not be able to boot your system. So what you are supposed to do, you are supposed to plug in a CD drive, and whenever installation comes, from the installation window, you are supposed to go to the rescue mode, or simply you can press tab, and at the last wherever I have told you to write init equals to bin bash, there you can simply write inst.rescue and then press enter or press Ctrl X. It will restart the system, and after restarting, it will show something like this because you don't have file system mounted yet, because you are not able to boot itself and you don't know where to mount, which file system you are supposed to mount. So at that time, we will be booting from the DVD. We will be booting from the installation media, and it will give us the prompt something like this. So let me show you some more detail in that. This is your computer, and where you are having a CD drive, DVD drive. When I say DVD drive, it doesn't mean that it's only DVD drive. DVD drive means like any media which can hold the ISO, and from there you can boot. That's what my meaning of DVD drive here. So it can be a pen drive as well. It can be directly ISO as well. Whatever we are mounting in our virtual box. So we are plugging in the DVD drive here, and there are two things. This is your computer. In that computer, you have file system. File system means like you are having slash. You are having file system slash where slash. Sorry, you are having file system called root, and then slash root user slash, then swap is also there, and then all the file system are in place where slash etc, all the file system, everything is in place. This is your system, running system. Okay, what happens is your boot file has got deleted. This boot file has got deleted. Suppose this boot file has got deleted, or some of the file has got been modified and you are not able to boot the system. So what happens is you will not be able to mount this file system at all, because you don't know the location where it is. And why you don't know? Because you have modified some of the files. So what happens is we will plug in the drive, sorry, DVD drive, and this DVD drive, it's actually it's an ISO of your own CentOS or RHEL or anything, any Linux you can say. But yes, the distribution is required to be same. It's better to have the same distribution. Like suppose if you are having a CentOS 8 or 7, it's better to keep the CentOS 8 or 7 DVD drive here. So after DVD drive, whenever you are going to boot from this DVD drive, after booting, what you will get is a menu you will get. In that you will have option install the CentOS or rescue mode to recover the system, and test the memory or system. There can be 3 options. So second option you might need to choose rescue mode, or in first mode itself, or in second. Yeah, let's go for second, and there you can check if rescue is there. You can leave that as it is. If rescue is not there, then you can mention inst.rescue, whatever I have shown you from the website. And after that, you can press enter or control X, whichever boots your system. And after booting, when it comes up with something, that something, look at here carefully. Whenever it comes up with something, that something is file system of this DVD drive, not the file system of this installed operating system. There is a difference. So what we will do is we will use a chroot. Chroot command will be available for us from the DVD. Chroot will give us a privilege to root the file system of others. I mean, to be a root of others file system. So what we will do, we will create a directory here in this somewhere. This will also have a file system. So in this file system, we will create a directory and we'll mount the root of this file system over here somewhere. Let's say I'm mounting this in /var /mnt again, and here I have root file system in /dev/sda1. So what happens is I need to mount this /dev/sda in mnt, and after mounting we are supposed to do chroot, and after chrooting I'll be the root of this one, and after that I need to reinstall the grub again, because I suspect that grub is missing or any boot file is missing. That is what has been explained here. We need to do the chroot and then mount, and after mounting again the chroot in the image which we have mounted, and after that, suppose your LAN is not working, you can modify your LAN here like this and exit. Suppose you some files are missing or SOS report or anything is missing, that you can copy. Suppose your bootloader is missing, that grub I have told you, then you need to do the chroot. After chroot, you can run this command, that sbin/grub2-install, and then install devices /dev/sda1, which you have already mounted just now. And after that, reboot the system. Or let's say your X11 itself has gone missing. I mean, you are not able to get the display. So in that case, also you can install a package by using rpm-e and that particular package name. So it's like Is there anything else? Yeah, you can install any other driver as well. So these are all few things which has been told here. For that you can use grub. You can use the rescue mode. If you need, you can use the rescue mode for more than this as well. So the trick is you need to mount this file system over here, and after mounting this file system, which is your Linux file system, sitting in your desktop hard disk or laptop hard disk or your server hard disk, you need to mount this through your DVD, and then you need to chroot, and after chrooting, whatever you wanted to modify, you can modify and you can edit it, and then reboot so that your system can come up healthy. So this is the way. Anybody is having any doubt in this? Okay, I have a question. It's not related to this topic. It's just a generic question that I'm giving you a condition where I have a hard disk, I have a laptop. In this laptop, I don't have hard disk, but yes, I have RAM present. So no hard disk means no OS. It means there will not be any, no Windows, no Linux, nothing is there. And my requirement came is I wanted to do some work, any work to access the website, or I wanted to do some work online. Online means not from my system, but yes, I wanted to access browser, Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, and from there I wanted to access my email account. And this laptop doesn't have hard disk. Whether will I be able to do or not? Yes, then why? No, then why? I hope my question is clear. So nobody has any reply? Nobody knows whether we can do that or not?
So when there is no hard disk, and probably we won't be able to access. I'm not sure about it.
Okay, it's correct. That is what the normal or anybody can answer, that if we don't have hard disk, definitely we will not have access to operating system, so we will not be able to do anything at all. Correct? Anybody is having any yes? Yes, we will be able to do. Okay, somebody says that no, sir, without
Sir,
OS, the hard disk can't access. Yeah, okay.
sir, without order, we can't do any networking and configuration, sir.
Okay. Okay, let me show you guys how we can do that, how it's possible. Yes, we can access DVD drive to boot. Let me turn off this virtual machine. Yes, we can use pen drive also to access. So my question is again to who's replying, Manikanda, whether we can access the website or not.
Sir, noise is there.
Yeah, let me mute. Yes. So somebody was replying that whether we can access, I mean, yeah, how we can access that. Yes, we have access pen drive, and then what you wanted to boot from pen drive. First thing. Yeah, you are correct. That is what we are going to follow. So let me go to the virtual box. I have turned off this virtual box. Okay. What I will do is I will remove the hard disk. Okay, not from here. Let it be the way it is. This is CentOS 2. The screen is visible, correct? My screen is visible to everybody. Yeah, it's visible. Okay. So I have opened this, and in this we have storage CentOS 2.vdi. This is the
Sir, we can mount the DVD also now, sir.
pardon? What I said? No hard disk, it means no OS. But RAM is present.
Sir, we
Anybody
can
has that?
mount the DVD also, sir.
Your voice, I'm not able to get. Come again, please.
Sir, in this storage, we can go and we can mount the DVD also now, sir. Is it possible, sir?
Yes, we can mount the DVD also.
Yes.
So we are going. I'm going to show you that only. This is the hard disk, and I will remove the hard disk. How I can remove that? Whether it's possible or not? Yeah, here it is. I don't have any hard disk here in the system. Okay. Let me save this, and when I will start, it will say no bootable device found. That means I don't have hard disk. Could not read from the boot medium. System halted. Okay. So there is no hard disk because I have deleted the hard disk. Now I wanted to boot in this system. This is a new laptop and I wanted to boot in this system. So for that, what I will do is I will mount the CD in normal laptop or desktop. What you are supposed to do, you are supposed to insert the DVD either through pen drive or anything. So let me see if this gives a live mode. Actually, in Linux does provide capability to run that ISO in live mode. In live mode means like whatever changes or whatever things you do, it's still using RAM. It is not committed to hard disk. It is not, no, it doesn't have anything to do with hard disk. So let me start and see whether we can see any. Yes, Windows doesn't have live mode. It's correct. Only Linux have, but some Linux only provides the live mode. Yeah, this server doesn't have the live mode capability. It shows install CentOS 7, test this media, and install CentOS 7 troubleshooting. Let me see if we do have here. Rescue CentOS system, run a memory test, boot from local drive, return to main menu. Okay, so I'm not going to show here with this ISO because I'm not sure if it's going to boot in graphics mode or not. Here it's asking to install CentOS in basic graphics mode. Rescue CentOS system, I'm not sure. This rescue is going to give me a GUI or it's going to give me a command prompt only. So what was my question was, I wanted to access something from the website. So for website, for accessing something from the website, I need a GUI. And for GUI, I need to have some ISO which has live mode with GUI. So I don't know whether this have or not. So what I will do is I will download a new ISO, maybe CentOS desktop, or maybe Ubuntu desktop. Anything is fine for me. I can show you an example of, let's see, Ubuntu itself, because CentOS will have more size to download. So it may take some time to download. Okay. Meanwhile, I can explain what actually is going to happen. Here, what is going to happen is, whenever you are going to boot from your live mode, it's going to all the things from hard disk. Suppose you have plugged in not hard disk, sorry, you have plugged in ISO or through pen drive. It's an ISO. You have plugged in this one, and from ISO you are trying to boot. So what will happen? All the data from this ISO will get copied onto RAM, and it will start boot. It will start booting your system. When you are booting in live mode, you are not doing the installation. And after coming into live mode, you will have everything running. Like most of the thing you will have, like you will have network, you will have access to minimal system. Obviously you don't have hard disk, so it means like whatever data you are going to save is you are going to lost everything. But yes, you will have a graphical user interface with the live mode of CentOS desktop or Ubuntu or any other desktop version, and that is the way you can access your system in live mode. So what will happen if I'm opening, if this is this ISO is going to come up on the RAM and it's giving me the GUI, and I'm opening the browser and trying to access something, what will happen after that? Suppose if I have downloaded xyz .exe file or any file I have downloaded inside this virtual machine, and suppose if I'm shutting down and restarting up again with the ISO, my question is whether I will be able to access that file again or not. I mean, when I will open this, whether I will be able to find out the same file again or not. Okay, somebody says no, not. Any more answers? Whether I will be able to find that file or not?
No, sir.
Okay. May I know the reason for no? Why? Yeah, we don't. It's a volatile memory. It's not read, man. We can read and write both the things, but it's volatile memory. Whenever electricity is gone, your all the data is gone. Whatever you have saved there. It's not read only. It's you can read also, you can write also. If it's read only, you will not be able to mount this ISO at all. The ROM is read only. From ROM, you can only read. You cannot write anything on that. I think it's taking a bit more time. Let's wait for more 15 minutes. Okay, I'll stop the recording or not. No, if I stop the recording, it will not. It's a second recording. Okay. So we can wait for some time and we can see this in live mode. Okay, we can resume this part later, probably. Let me see what more I can show in this time. There's one topic left, that accessing NAS and LDAP. For that, let me check if I have any document for that. This is the document I have shared with everyone. For LDAP. It's very much generic document.
Sir,
Yes,
sir, one more doubt, sir.
yes, tell me.
Sir, when we are using the partition part, sir, we will mount with an UU ID, sir, a block ID, sir. In that block ID, we done the any mistake means after next reboot, the system will be not to work, sir. How is it possible, sir? Afterwards, if the system wants to work means we have to delete the file system, sir.
You are not required to delete the file system, but you are required to delete the entry, whatever you have made in that.
Yes, sir. Lastly, what done the permanent mount, we have to delete it, sir. Is there another way to without deleting that data, sir?
The only main thing, the main purpose of that is you can skip that line. Whatever is causing the issue, you can skip the line or you can correct the issue. There are two things. If you are able to skip that line, somehow it's very good. If you are able to correct the error, whatever the thing it is expecting, if you are able to correct that error, that's another good thing. So for skipping that line, there are two things. If you can disable the line, or if you can delete the line itself, which is causing problem.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I'm done experiment on that, sir. That's why I'm delete the mounted file system, sir. That's why I'm asking it, sir.
So I hope you got the reply.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir.
So I think this website, whatever I have pasted, it doesn't seem to be working. So I'll check once again. Just give me a minute or two. I'll check and then I'll start. Okay, let me share another link because previous link was not working. Let me share the screen. So in this we can see that LDAP actually it's lightweight directory access protocol, so that lightweight, I mean, we will not have much things while accessing a directory, and we will be able to access the directory through a good authentication system. So in that they are this is a Windows interface, I believe. So for that they are saying like LDAP server connection or authentication information we need to have, LDAP structure we need to have, LDAP server security settings we need to have. So when we have installed the LDAP in any Windows, we will be able to access through the control panel of LDAP. These are all the settings which is required, which you would have been given. Suppose if you are going to connect with any system with LDAP, you need to get all these settings. So either you need to open the control panel and privilege and domain security, you can go and check all these settings, what are all things has been given, or you can ask that these are all the settings I need to connect with your LDAP. So these are all settings only we are required to give in our etc ldap/slapd.conf in this file. After giving all this information in Linux, we can mount this as a Samba server. The way we do mount through an IP, we can mount this also in the similar way. This is how you can mount an LDAP server in your by using a client, and you can access it in Linux. You can go through this, and if you have any doubt, you can let me know, because here I'll not tell much about like how to set up the LDAP directory, LDAP server, but yes, I will explain about like I've explained about like how to configure to access it as a client. Somebody might be wondering that some days I have explained about FTP, sometime I have explained about NAS, now I'm explaining about LDAP. So what are all these? Actually, it's all different protocol which uses to share the file. That's it. Different protocol means everybody has different security levels. Some organization may allow to sharing file via FTP with a username password. Some user may allow only LDAP to share the file with. Some organization may allow you to share a file using NAS. They will have a box sitting just next to the computer, big box, and that box it's actually a hard disk with huge space, and they have configured that particular box as a NAS, and that has an IP and everything in place, and then you need to mount that particular NAS, and you need to access. Everybody need to access and keep the file there and access it to retrieve the file. So it's another way of storing the file and retrieving the file. There is nothing much. So different protocols will have different security levels, and some organization may support something. But being an admin, you people should know how to access FTP. In some case, you are required to configure FTP server. How you can do that, you should know. You need to know how to access Samba server or how to access NAS server. You need to know how to access at least LDAP. So all these things you should know how to access at least. So that's what the purpose of this actually. Now I can see it's about to get downloaded. And there is only one thing left, I believe, in the whole module 1, which are all I have mailed to everybody. In that, all the syllabus has been divided into module 1, module 2, module 3. In module 1, which was pretty large and which required lots of time, and it has only one thing left. I believe it's Zen hypervisor. So I'm looking at a good document where I can try to find out like how things has been done, and then slowly we will, not slowly, I will say rapidly, we'll move to module 2 as well. And here I have given enough time to everyone to go through module, to go through all the things and ask the doubt through mail or any channel or in class also. The same time I may not be able to give in module 2 or 3. So guys, please, if you have not done, I will request again everybody to please complete the things. So this ISO I'm going to give in this CentOS 2, where I have showed that in CentOS 2 we don't have any hard disk here. I will remove this disk and I will add another disk. Choose a disk file, Ubuntu, and now I will press OK. Now I will start. It's already started up. Let me change setting. Ubuntu, okay. Let it start again. My main motive is to boot this without hard disk. You can see here it's showing me 3 options: try or install Ubuntu, Ubuntu Safe Graphics, OEM install for manufacturers, test memory. So we are going to do this one first. Press enter here. It will give us a nice GUI, and through that we can access whatever you want. Please remember that I don't have any hard disk, I don't have any operating system here. The way I'm able to boot in live mode with Ubuntu, I'll be able to boot in the same manner with CentOS desktop also. It's taking some time to come up with GUI. Yeah, cursor has started coming. You can see that nice desktop has come up and it's still loading. Here you can see that it has the network. Let it load. I think I have only 1 GB. That's why it's taking some time. CentOS, yeah, 1 GB only RAM. That's why it's taking time. Probably 2 GB would have been more better. Okay, no problem. I think I can restart it because it's going to take more time. Let me change the settings. System processor, I can increase the core to 3. I can increase the RAM also. System. Yeah. Storage is only Ubuntu. That's okay. Started. I've increased the RAM and processor also, so it will start rapidly.
Good morning, sir. This is Upendra.
Yes, good morning, Upen. Tell me.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir. If you download anything in this live session, where it should store, sir? In pen drive or
It's stored on RAM.
yeah. Okay, sir.
Here it gave me this menu. In that, I wanted to try Ubuntu. I don't want to install it. When I gave try Ubuntu, it will give me a nice GUI with everything. You can see all the things here. If you want me to access something, I can go ahead and access it here. File system, I can access here. You can see it gave me all the things, but it's all on RAM. Desktop, documents, downloads, home is also there. You can see. Let me give an example. If I download, how it's going to be, where it's going to be. I'm turning on the Firefox. Let the browser come up. Yeah. Let me see if we have not that much. Oh man. Sometimes what happens is like frequency doesn't match. The way I type and the way VirtualBox since okay, we are able to access when internet access is here. I'm simply downloading a Chrome, that's it. Not Android. Yeah, computer. You can see that 80 MB file has been downloaded here. And if you want, I can keep that on downloads, or maybe it should have been downloaded in downloads itself. I can check here. You can see that this is the Google Chrome and .deb file. Deb file is because I'm using in Ubuntu. If I would have been using in CentOS desktop, it might have been giving me Google Chrome stable current md64.rpm, not debian file. Okay. So here the thing is, what I wanted to show is I have downloaded it in RAM, 80 MB of 84 MB of file. You can see in the right corner, right bottom corner, 84 MB is showing. Let me reboot the system. I mean, only this VirtualBox. And then once again, we'll come back and see in the downloads whether it's still showing or not. I can do reboot that system using two things. Terminal also, as everybody knows that init is 0, we can use to shut down. Okay, let me reset it from here. Machine reset. It's got reset. Try or install Ubuntu. Whatever data we have downloaded, whatever work we have done, everything was happening on RAM. There's no hard disk, and I don't have anything to save on hard disk. Whatever I have saved, it was on RAM. So for that RAM, when I have done reset, electricity has gone for some time and then it came up. That is what happens on a normal system.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, Ubuntu will work on which mode, sir? It's an alt mode or multi-user command mode or graphical mode, sir?
Ubuntu server, generally server is never meant for graphical user. Any server you can pick up, it comes normal terminal only. Yes, you can log in using multiple users. That's not a problem. In any server I'm talking about, either it's Ubuntu, it's CentOS, RHEL, multiple user can log in. They can create users in normal mode and they can log in. But you will be able to log in through terminal only. You'll get the access to terminal. Server is never meant for GUI.
Sir, but one thing, sir, we can change the alt mode also, sir. It's any different from the alt to single user mode, sir.
Single user mode, you will be able to have access to that user only. I mean, you'll have less or you will have restricted access. In that sense, I can say that. Generally, we go in single user mode whenever we have some issue with the system. I mean, in which context you are asking actually? What is
Sir?
your context? What is your context here? I mean, why you? I mean, how this question came into my mind? I wanted to understand the context.
Yes, sir. When I am seeing the run levels, total 0 to 6 run levels are present, sir. But I need to reboot by using any run level. How I have to write any comment, sir? I have to execute that comment, sir. That's why I'm asking this.
Init space 6, yeah, that's what I told. In a particular run level, you will not have access to everything. So in that run level also, reboot might work. Reboot may or may not work. Init 0 or init 6 may or may not work. We don't know. So in a particular run level, you will have restricted set of commands.
Sir, in this only, sir, run level 4 can be used for any reserved. For what purpose they kept and for reserved, sir?
There are so many things which they wanted to start before system starts up. Suppose, let's take an example itself. UDEV rule. UDEV, it's a daemon which is run by the operating system to block the devices. To block the devices, it means based on your UDEV rule, it's going to remove the device, it's going to restrict your device while plugging in. That requires, that daemon also requires to run at a particular run level. You don't know, but it has to run. X11 is a GUI graphical. X11 gives you the GUI, or in normal Ubuntu, it's called GDM, Graphical Desktop Manager. So GDM gives you a GUI that also requires to come up in a particular run level. So similar thing, there are several things which requires to come up in a particular run level, and that's what developer might think that they don't need to give you access at that run level. Okay, so that's what made them to restrict that it's result you can do, and you can't do anything when something is running. You can see there's nothing in download. Yeah, everybody can see that there's nothing in download. I've rebooted the system. Previously, I have downloaded the Chrome 80 MB, 84 MB of Debian file, but when I booted now, it doesn't have anything. So it proves that whenever you are doing something on RAM, it's not going to persist. If you wanted that file to be get persisted, then you need to make a file partition. Maybe you need to plug in a hard disk or something like that, and then you need to use that to put your data. And in that case, your system will be, sorry, your data will be persistent. This is an example. So that's it, guys, for today's session. So I will stop this here.